first episode of
What Up Eugene?
Of course, I am your co-host, Lars. I am joined, as always, by my host, Dan. What's going on today, Dan?
How's it going? I'm feeling frosty.
Now, as the very first episode that's not a pilot of the show, of course, we have a guest. We have Miles. What are you doing today, Miles?
Spending the day with you guys, which is pretty great, actually.
Tell us about yourself.
Well, I'm a guy. I'm in Eugene. As What Up Eugene suggests, because we don't lie here, I guess. I'm a local writer, and I'm a dude who tries to say funny stuff and fails.
Okay, that's
excellent.
fantastic.
That's what this is all about.
That's the whole thing here. I guess we have a lot of segments coming up. Where do you guys want to start? Do you want to start with the beer review because we get to drink beer that
I think
way?
it's always good to start off with that.
I think we should. Okay, Dan, tell me what you're drinking currently. Are you still drinking it? Did you drink it already?
Oh, where did it go?
Oh boy. Oh, it's behind Miles there.
Oh, okay. Well, earlier Lars handed me Lagunitas Dark Swan Sour Ale.
Now, would you say is that the most pretentious beer you've ever had?
Well, as I said earlier, it features the word yester century, so I'd have to say yeah.
It is now. That is an 8.5%, so that's a pretty nice one.
It doesn't taste bad. It tastes like an alcoholic flower.
That's fantastic. Now I'm rocking, of course, a Lagunitas, just their plain IPA. And where'd I put that tool?
Lars is completely lost.
No, we're doing great. There's at some point in time, I'm gonna find a way to open this bottle for Miles, and it's gonna be this way.
Oh, fancy.
We're opening it with a key because I had a bottle opener and I misplaced it. So, you write? Tell us about your writings, Miles.
Well, my first book was science fiction. I'm now going into fantasy, actually. I have a book that I'm very excited about, a series, actually, I'm very excited about. It has a working title, but I do know the plot very well, know the characters very well. The thing almost writes itself. It's incredible. I have a wonderful opportunity to work with Amazon through their
I've
Create
heard of them.
Space. You've heard? Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Good for you. They do good stuff. Except they do good stuff. Anyway.
They got that richest guy on the planet now, so good for them.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah. He passed Bill Gates.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I mean, I think they go back and forth sometimes, but right now,
He's beating Bill Gates up and taking his lunch money.
that's what you got to do. If you're in the 40 billion club. You got to be at the top of the 40 billion club.
Oh yeah, just hoard all that money.
There's a picture of him where it shows him in 2007. He's this bald nerd, and then it says I sell books, and then there's a picture next to it that says 2017, and he looks like he just got out of the army, and it says I sell whatever the fuck I want.
But yeah, they have a program called a website thing called Create Space. It's wonderful for independent artists. I've gotten an incredible opportunity to know a lot of different writers and artists from going to San Diego Comic-Con. My previous co-writer and publisher, Eric Cooper, sends me out there. We network. We get to know wonderful people. We get to speak to fans and audiences who enjoy many different things. So CreateSpace seemed to be the best place for me to start doing my own creative project where I wanted 100% creative control. And once it's released, I'm pretty sure people are going to love it. Those who are fantasy fans, medieval fantasy fans.
Oh yeah, well we'll be sure to plug that once it's out, and also plug whatever books and writings you have currently going on.
Yeah. Speaking of things, what's your Instagram, Twitter, hashtag situation? Where are you at? How can people find you?
People can find. I
have a fax number.
A fax number. I do have a Twitter. It is the Miles Simon. I'm at the Miles.
God,
Simon.
I was so confused without the at.
I know, right?
I just type in Miles Simon into Google.
I couldn't find it. I don't know where you are.
Yeah, I did do YouTube videos for a while there, but I really just wanted to focus on my writing projects. So I kind of put that to a halt. It's possible that I'll get back into that. It's possible that I might start getting into the world of streaming.
Okay.
Yeah,
that'd be pretty cool.
Twitch, YouTube.
I'm thinking Twitch, YouTube. I'm probably gonna do YouTube and do a series of Dungeons and Dragons and other role playing game streaming.
That would be awesome.
Yeah,
I've seen a few of those. Those are always really cool. Watching the Dungeons and Dragons videos.
Oh yeah, they're really great.
now that you've got your beer open, what do you think about it? How do you feel about this? Are you
Well,
generally you would call yourself a fan of IPAs?
I am not a fan of any beer ever, which is why I am curious to drink this.
That's right. Okay, he's about to go in on this.
This is one of my personal favorites because it is one of the more bitter IPAs I can find in town. It is truly gnarly.
What is it? The Lagunitas
It's the
IPA?
Lagunitas IPA. It is.
His face, for those who can't see, of course, is twisting into a
Ooh.
sad. Oh,
he does not.
it's his
that.
dark twisted fantasy
Oh
in
man,
the face.
it's not like a bad romance, like a Lady Gaga bad romance. It's like a bad romance where it's not even a good story you can tell your friends. It's just like at the end she didn't really care about you anymore. Kind of bet like, oh man, that aftertaste is just awful. And I'm going in for another sip.
Oh yeah.
so you
Well,
don't
you're
like
gonna
the
have to
aftertaste.
finish
Okay,
it. That's
that's
part of the
fantastic.
whole.
Yeah, you
That's
do
part
have
of the
to
whole
drink the whole beer.
experience.
In the next like 30 minutes. So,
Oh no, don't do it. We were just joking.
were we?
I don't know. We chugged that sour last time.
Well, we had to. That was a cider.
That was a cider.
I like these. I don't know. I think I like IPAs in general. Like that first bitter sip allows you to enjoy the kind of flavorful, flowery aftertaste. We had one IPA on the show a couple episodes ago that had zero. It was like one taste all the way through. It had no second taste, and it was fucking awful.
IPA stands for I'll pass always because
Wow.
I'm not a fan.
That's a clever joke. What? How does your sour?
The sour, it's good. I'm gonna, if we're going on the record here,
Yeah. Please
this
do.
Lagunitas Dark Swan Sour Ale,
Mhm.
I give it 3 out of 5 Lars.
3 out of 5 Lars. That's pretty good. I think I give it. I haven't had one now, but I have had 3 off the air from the last week. I would give it 135 stars out of a possible 300, which is the highest I've ever ranked something on my star scale.
Wow.
You know, though, the aftertaste
Mhm.
that bumps up to 3.5.
You're gonna give that a 3.5.
That's still the highest I've given so far, which is tied with another one.
That's pretty good. Well, let's move on to the drink we're all gonna drink together.
Uh-huh. This wonderful Atlas cider. I'm actually a big fan. I'm a big fan of ciders myself.
As am I.
Yeah, ciders are great. I don't know. Some people get a headache from them or whatever, think they're too sweet, but I love sweet things because I'm a sweet guy, and and I don't know. I'm a big fan of ciders. You don't really get too wasted off of them too quickly.
Yeah, I like them. Actually, I have a I guess not the opposite. I like ciders because I can drink them a lot faster than beer. Beers have so many calories and it's so thick. So if I want it, like if I'm like I want to drink 5% alcohol drinks and actually feel a buzz, I'll go for ciders because I can just like down them pretty fast and actually start feeling something.
Yeah, yeah.
But I guess like one cider doesn't really take you anywhere too fast. So this is Northwest to the Core. I've had one Atlas before. It was in the bottle, like one of the 22s or whatever, and it was purple. It tasted a bit like carbonated wine to me, so I didn't love it. But I'm willing to try this one and very excited for it.
I'm making sure we all open it right in front of the mic so we know. I should say though, this is going to be different, Miles, because this is a session cider, which means it might go on the side of beer a little bit more.
A little more than actual cider.
So
Yeah. All right, here we go.
It has a lovely apple smell.
It does.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I'm not going to describe the pour because we're not pouring it.
Ooh, that's good.
That is fantastic. That is really nice.
It has a good
That's-
design for the can.
It's just really like. Usually, I expect a lot more kind of sparkly brightness from a cider, and there's not a lot of that. But with the mid range that gives you, it really coats your tongue. It's quite, it's
Yeah.
super flavorful. Excellent aftertaste. Just kind of tastes like apple.
It almost tastes like an
really
apple
does.
candy.
Oh yeah.
It does kind of taste like candy green apple more than like a real one. But that's okay. I like that.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me. I had this this like apple syrup stuff a little bit ago,
Okay.
and it really does remind me of that. It's not overly sweet.
Mhm.
It really goes down nice and smooth. You almost forget that it's actually alcohol
Yeah,
whenever you're drinking it.
Yeah, you can really easily drink a bunch of these and forget that you're getting like, oh, these are like, what are these, like 5%? What are these?
5.5.
5.5.
And as always, we try to get Oregonian beers.
Is this an Oregonian
It's
one?
made in Bend. It's Atlas.
Wow,
Oh,
good
very
job,
nice.
Atlas.
Yeah.
You nailed it. Remember that one time when we had a cider that was made in like New
Fucking
Hampshire?
Vermont. Get out of here. No,
Get
it's
outta here,
actually pretty good.
Fighters.
And I'll say it again. Vermont is the East Coast Oregon.
Yeah. Hey, good job, Vermont. Like
Yeah.
high five. What are you guys gonna give this? As you guys know, on this show we have a rating system. Dan rates out of 0 to 5 Lars. I rate out of 0 to 300 stars, and we actually don't know how Miles is gonna choose to rate this today.
I am going to rate mine let's see. I'm gonna rate mine 8 dead Game of Thrones characters out of 10.
Out of
Dead
10 possible.
It'd be
10
hard.
possible.
That's
dead
going to be a hard
Game of
graphic to
Thrones
make,
characters.
but I'll do my best. I was wondering if you're gonna rate it in distance, like Miles, because your name is Miles.
You know, I could have done that.
But I prefer your Game of Thrones thing. 'Cause that's,
8 out of 10 possible light years.
I haven't watched Game of Thrones yet. I'll admit it. But so this is gonna be hard to avoid the spoilers.
Oh, I'm
Oh, you
so
are gonna
sorry.
spoil
No,
yourself when you make
hey,
the graphic.
We're sticking to it.
Okay.
That's how it works.
Peer-reviewed beerreview.tumblr.com. Come there for a graphic that spoils
It's not peer review beer review. It's peer reviewed.
beer review.
Past tense.
Yeah, it's because otherwise it's review rhyming with review. That's stupid. Reviewed
I
review
guess.
is a little better. Peer as in friends, not as in where the doc thing is.
yeah.
What?
They're spelled different, I think.
They are spelled different. I mean, I guess some people would
Who
confuse
knows?
those. Yeah, that makes sense.
They're like you reviewed a beer on the pier. You know,
Or is it a beer made on the pier?
we're reviewing it somewhere.
That's true. That's true.
All right, you crazy people. I'm gonna give this 4 out of 5 Lars.
Wow.
And that's partly because it was going to be a 3.5, but the design of the can gave it a bump
That's the highest you've ever rated something.
so far.
And you know what? I'm actually going to break my own personal record, even though I just gave something 100 and whatever stars. I'm going to give this a solid 200 out of 300 stars.
Wow.
Wow.
Which is, again, Daniel will complain about my star system, saying that that's the same out as 2 out of 3 stars. It's really not, though.
It'd be a little easier to say that.
The graphic would be a little simpler.
Yeah, there's
There's a graphic with 300 stars.
yeah, when you compress 300 stars down, it doesn't look too good. But it's the system you've put in place and you forced on me, so that's how it works.
No, there's a valid reason. Because if I gave them 2 stars, they'd be like, oh, whatever, our beer earned 2 stars. No, their beer earned 200 stars.
I'm not even getting into this again.
Excellent-
But it
that's an
couldn't
excellent star
earn
rating.
100 stars.
That's still an excellent star rating. I came up with a system to give a beer 0 stars out of 300. That was,
Wow.
Yeah. I can't remember the name because I did not like it. But let me tell you, my point was that they earned none. They couldn't earn 1 out of 300. It
Wow.
was bad.
I mean, I respect the harshness of your review. I really do.
He shows no mercy, and especially when it comes to the barn light. He despises the barn light.
Oh, it's a shitty place.
Okay, do tell. Why do you hate the barn light?
Well, the story it's not a good story.
It's not
It's
not
gotta
even
be a good story if you're laughing.
No,
and
no,
embarrassed.
it's not even an
Okay,
interesting story.
So I went in, right? And I ordered a gin and tonic with Bombay Sapphire. Now, I was trying to sound cool. I never sound cool, so I was like, hey, can I get a Sapphire tonic? And she was like, what? And I was like, a gin and tonic with Bombay Sapphire, because that's how I like them. And she was like, is Bombay Dry okay? And I was like, no. And I put my credit card away, and that was it. Also, it's just really loud. But mostly I'm upset that they don't have Bombay Sapphire.
What do you think, Miles?
that they don't have Bombay Sapphire. Okay, you know what? I
I've heard someone
do
else
get
say
it.
They didn't have their alcohol out too. I don't remember what, but I've heard there's 2 alcohols they don't have.
Okay, that's fair. I do get it. I drank something that's usually at most bars.
Mhm.
There was a couple of times it wasn't, and I was like, you know what? But like, fuck this place though.
Yeah.
And that is Kahlua. If there is no Kahlua at a bar, I am not about it.
Who doesn't have Kahlua?
I don't know, but
do they
well,
have,
actually,
like,
I do
other-
know.
Do they have other coffee liqueur, or do they just have nothing?
I don't know if they had other coffee
Or, like,
liqueur.
we
I
have,
wasn't
like, fucking
interested.
White Russian. They're like, we just don't have that drink on our menu.
I guess, yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
The fuck.
You know what? This might be a good segue to. Instead of doing the other top 5 we're gonna do,
Yeah.
how would you feel jumping to
top 5 bars.
top 5 bars?
We could do that.
I would
haven't
love
been
to do
too many bars, but we could do that. Let's
That would
do
be that might be a smooth segue.
Would
Let's,
we all be doing a top 5 or?
Well,
Yeah, but we'll try to keep it quick.
or should we do top 3?
Let's let Miles do top 5, and we'll see how we feel.
I can
Okay, that sounds good.
I can do top 5.
You do your top 5. We'll arrange it if we feel that we don't agree.
Okay.
Go for it.
So, my top 5. Now, at first, I'm not going to arrange this in any particular order. Maybe I can by the end of me saying all of these bars. But I'm a huge fan of the Black Forest.
Okay.
They do have karaoke's Mondays and Wednesdays.
Ooh.
You can see 2 charming local celebrities. One is named Warped Brownlee. He is going to get really weird and creepy with you. He was on Tosh.0. He was very popular for doing a viral YouTube video in which he taught people how to give blowjobs.
That sounds excellent.
Yeah, no, it was really entertaining. He used a banana for his demonstration.
I hope.
Yeah. And then there is another one named Cricket. She'll do renditions of songs, and throw in "suck my dick" and "fuck you."
I've heard of cricket. I've been at karaoke and heard cricket.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, good for you. That must have been a great time.
Are you familiar with the Undertaker?
That is the Warped Brownlee is the Undertaker.
Oh my
God! He's got
Boom.
two names.
Uh-huh.
What?
Yep.
I was gonna bring because you told me about the Undertaker. Wow.
Yeah, I think last episode or the episode before we talked about the
Yeah.
Undertaker.
Oh wow.
Monday and Wednesday, huh?
Wow, yeah, and
Mondays and Wednesdays.
It's
deceiving.
Wednesday now, guys.
He's an enigma because he comes on stage, you expect him to sing a little Marilyn Manson or something,
Sure.
but he comes on and he whips out like a rendition of I don't know, like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Like he'll do he does rap mostly. It's interesting.
Yeah, well, he did he used to come on stage with it's funny I said come on stage
Yeah.
because I'll describe the whole story in a sec. But he used to come on with a stuffed bear, and he would feign having sex with this stuffed bear and do like covers of songs, but change it about having sex with a bear. Like the song where it's like I can feel it coming in the air tonight.
Mhm.
He changed it to I can feel it coming in the bear tonight. As he
Oh,
pelvic thrusted
This-
into the bear.
that's
Is this
him.
The Undertaker you're showing me. Daniel's showing me a picture.
That's him.
Wow.
You know
he
what?
has
That is
some
indeed
I
him.
have seen that
fuck
YouTube
makeup.
video. I don't know why I didn't put it together.
He's got like this intense black line kind of going across the top of his head and then down. It is metal as hell. It looks like he's just bleeding straight black. I mean, honestly, if he had a guitar that was shaped like an axe, that would make sense to me.
Yeah, I guess I could see that.
In that picture, particularly.
He
That's-
he does sometimes go to Black Forest in a thong. Sometimes he goes in like a chain, like a whip collar chain thing. It's really weird.
That sounds like a lot of fun. I
and
should go to
yeah.
Black Forest.
that is fun.
Oh, yeah.
I think you know what we should do. Another episode. We should have a local celebrity episode. Talk about all the people we know. The guy who plays the guitar on 18th.
The guy who yells at LTD.
Oh my god, that guy.
Lick my balls.
Yeah.
You got a bunch of people. But so that where does that fall on your 1 to 5 top 5?
On my top 5, I mean, I've had some of the best nights at a bar at Black Forest, but it's actually only my number 2.
Only your
Wow.
number two.
Only my
Okay.
number 2.
Work us down to
work it-
5. and then
Work
give
us
us number
down.
1.
Oh,
Save that
sir.
for last,
Ooh.
yeah.
All right. Well, we do have Level Up,
Mm.
a video.
Excellent bar.
Yeah.
An excellent bar. It's a a video game bar for those of you who don't know, those of you not from Eugene. If you want to play some old school video games, throw in the quarters, get mad that you can't beat Mortal Kombat 2 again. Actually, I think they got it removed, but they do have Street Fighter still.
Galaga is free. It's just broken. You just hit start and you just go.
Boom.
Yeah, you never have to put quarters into Galaga.
There you go.
They
You
actually
learn
have
real quick how bad you are at Galaga.
they actually have a really good they have a lot of old school games and pinball, but they also they got air hockey, pool, and then they have they got the new Mario Kart. Like racing.
They
have
have
the
full racing with the steering
they have
wheel and stuff.
they have the tanks game, and they have a bunch of stuff, so they know what's up. My friends and I have been there since they started,
Yeah.
and we've seen how they evolved, and it's amazing. They're getting everything right. It's getting tighter and better.
Well, I'll say one of the things I really like about Level Up 2, and this is my other gripe with the bar and light, besides the liquor thing, is that the music is unknowingly loud there. It's the same with Killer Burger, and it's really bad at Sizzle Pie. I mean, it's like 130 decibels. Like you'll lose your hearing if you spend time in Sizzle Pie. I
Yeah.
won't go in. My friends are like, let's get some pizza, and I'm like, I'll stay out here where my ears are protected. And it's because it's annoying when a bar's really loud because you have to yell over it, and then it hurts your throat. It's unpleasant. It's bad for your ears. Level Up has the background music, but it's not super loud. It's a nice 70, 80 decibels. It's loud, sure. and
it's
a
right
big
on.
space,
Yeah.
but it's not annoyingly loud. And I
While-
really appreciate that.
While I do enjoy Level Up, I mean, a lot of people are in there, and it's not really people who I feel like. I mean, I
Yeah,
feel like
they-
interacting with. Most
They
of the
allow
time.
minors till 9, and minors hang out all the time. There's constantly
Mhm.
10-year-olds running around playing the game. So that is I'm a bit of the opposite of a night owl. My night drinking ends around 10:30. So if I go to Level Up, I'm just gonna hang out with a bunch of kids.
That's the half star I take off of my rating of Level Up, because I love Level Up. Everything about it's great. I will say, if I were to ever have kids and go, that's the place I would go. I'm like, oh, I can get a drink and my kid can play some old school video games.
great parenting.
But
Well,
that's how it works.
Shuriken League used
fair.
to allow minors. I went to Shuriken League for the first time when I was 16, 17,
Mhm.
and they allowed minors till 5 p.m. or whatever.
Yeah.
And now they open at 5, no minors ever. And I just think Level Up could try it. I'm not saying it's better. I'm just saying they could try it.
Well, who knows
respect-
how much more money they make or not? I don't
Yeah,
know.
they
I don't
probably-
know what they do.
Yeah, because Shuriken League has the cover, so Level Up probably makes a lot of money on quarters.
Yeah, they probably do.
Have you been to Level Up in the daytime?
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Yeah.
there at 5 or 6
It's
o'clock.
it's kind of nice in the daytime because despite it being open,
Mhm.
there's not a whole lot of kids in there. It's actually pretty you can get any machine you want. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, a friend of mine went there in the middle of the day, and we like she and I had a really really fun time, just like playing air hockey, screwing around wherever they're
Oh,
working.
it's a great place for like a day date.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, give me your next bar.
My next bar. All right, so Level Up. Actually, I think it's gonna be my number 4.
Okay.
Sounds
reasonable.
Actually, no, number 5. Wow.
Wow.
Wow. I know.
Trashed
I
Level Up.
know. I'm so sorry, Level Up.
That's not really a trash. It's top 5. Level Up's great.
Number 4 is going to actually be Sizzle Pie. Now, yeah, it is. Here's the thing: it is loud inside. The food, it's not for everybody. But I do got some vegan homies. It does have vegan options. Whenever it's 2:30 a.m. and you're trashed from another bar, you go over there. You're not getting alcohol. You're sobering up with breadsticks. You're sobering up with pizza. And the best part about Sizzle Pie actually isn't the food. It's not the alcohol. It's not the clientele. I mean, I got my homeboy Caleb who works there. He's cool or whatever. He kind of looks like Liu Kang from Mortal Kombat. But the coolest part is the location outside. You're going to people watch the most interesting people.
It is
right
at the core of downtown Eugene.
See, I would sit outside Level Up. I have no problem with that. Or Level Up.
Sizzle Pie. Yeah.
I have no problem with that. It's just the noise inside is so irritating for me.
That's fair.
That sounds totally reasonable.
Yeah.
And here's what I'll say. I've trashed them a lot because they're a Portland establishment expanding to Eugene, and because we have fucking Mezzaluna right over there, and Mezzaluna is delicious. They do have 3 vegan options and 3 vegetarian options all the time. Mezzaluna has vegetarian options. I don't think they ever have vegan options. They have maybe 5 slices total. So having 9 slice options, I'll give them that. That's pretty lit.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Whatever.
Plus, the smell. When you pass by Sizzle Pie, it's enticing. I've many a time gone to go see a movie at like Broadway Metro, and like, should we just stop and get pizza? It smells so good. You know what they're doing there.
Yeah, that's
good branding too.
Very good branding.
Very good branding.
But I since just to give people a good taste of how nice it is to people watch outside Sizzle Pie, I'll let everybody in on a few stories.
Give it to me. Let me hear this.
It's all one night, by the way.
One night.
So a friend of mine and I, David Starr is his name. We're hanging out, we're eating some pizza, we're talking about random stuff that we're talking about, nihilism, Rick and Morty, that kind of stuff. And we start off the night seeing one guy. I don't know if you guys know about Kesey Square. It's diagonally away from Sizzle Pie. The city of Eugene seems to be wanting to take it away or something.
A lot of controversy around Kesey
Square.
I thought they were like officially changing the name.
Well, some people call it Park Plaza.
Yeah, I thought
Broadway
they were
Plaza.
officially changing it to Kesey Plaza. I'm confused. I read an article, but I wasn't paying attention. What
That's
are they
fair.
trying to do to it?
I'm unsure myself. It's kind of up in the air, but eventually it's going to get gentrified. Which it's a double-edged thing. It's good and bad.
They had the food carts for a while. That was kind of cool. They had that. There was the guy who did the burgers, which were great, but he was never open, which was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, so whenever it was still definitely called Kesey Square, whenever it's about to be changed, if it has been changed, who knows? People who are not us, probably.
You may be familiar, 9th and Broadway. Wait, Broadway is 9th. Broadway and
Willamette. There you go. So this guy, he stands up and he pumps his fist and he's like, "Save Kesey!" And no one responds. And then he goes, "Come on, guys, save Kesey!" And it's like the most like jobber, lame looking dude. Like if it was an 80s movie, he's the guy who even the main character would pick on. Like the main character's a nerd, but this guy's like the nerd that the nerd picks on, Not saying that anything's wrong with like actual nerds, but like
he's like the goober.
He's the goober,
like,
yeah.
Goober, like could you
not? Yeah.
We're in public.
Yeah, so we kind of start laughing. And then this homeless guy, like right across the street, is like, "Free beer! Come on, guys, free beer!" And then people started chanting with the homeless dude, and we're like, "Yeah, free beer!" And they're all like getting in on it. And then the Save Kesey guy was like, and he like just backed down and like left. And that's one of the things that happened that night. Another thing that happened, Bernie Sanders was going on. And this guy and this girl were walking around. They were on some kind of romantic thing, possibly. And this girl was like sort of into the guy at first, but then he started talking about Bernie Sanders. And he wasn't even talking about how he saw him. He wasn't talking about how he got to shake his hand or anything. He was just like, yeah, like Bernie Sanders was in Eugene and he like ate at Prince Buckler's and yeah, it was like pretty cool.
Wait, he was bragging about a Bernie sighting?
He was bragging about, he didn't even see him. He was just explaining that he was there.
Just like, he's here. He was here. He
Yeah.
came.
But it was working. The girl was like,
wow.
"Oh my god, that's so cool," and like started like holding his hand and shit. And I was like, "What the fuck?"
Wow.
Yeah, homeboy has game. He can. Or is it the Bernie Sanders game?
He got an alley oop from Bernie.
He did get an alley oop from
Yeah.
Bernie. If only America could have.
Bernie hooked it up. He
Oh.
hooked that player up and then didn't have the whole country. Oops.
No, unfortunately. Who knows? Maybe voter suppression. We'll get into that later. We won't. But
At the top of the hour, we're gonna get real political.
it is Eugene, Oregon.
A little Bernie jerk off session.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's keep it focused on bars here. Give me your next bar. Or did you have?
There's.
Give me a little more easy
So anyway, the next story. Like, so that girl goes home with him. A guy and a girl walk by, and a guy, this girl's like cold. This guy has a jacket. You know, the cliche is the guy gives the girl a jacket,
Sure.
or a human being gives another human being a jacket they care about. You know, because
Sometimes
they're
they do
not
that,
cold.
yeah.
Yeah,
Gave
sometimes
her
they
like
do
a
that.
Bernie shirt.
Nope. Here's what happened instead. She was like, "I'm so cold," and the guy was like, "Well, we could just go back to my place and have sex. 'Cause that'll keep you warm."
No.
And then she looked really embarrassed because me and my buddy Dave were right there. And I said, "Look at this fucking dude right here. Look at this fucking jobber ass dude right here." And he looked a little bit hurt. She looked very embarrassed, and she kind of just rushed off. And he just like slumped down on his shoulders and walked away. And I don't know why I enjoyed doing that to that person so much, but I really did.
What I love about that is like imagining that his house is, they're gonna walk there and it's like a 10 or 20-minute walk away at least. And he's like, "No, you're gonna be cold the whole way there. Like you're gonna be cold until we get there, and then I'll warm you up. Like we can go home, but you can't get warm until we get there."
My response is never like, "Here's a jacket." It's always, "It's not that cold.
Whoa!
You're gonna be fine once you get moving."
Once you get
You
moving,
could have
get
worn
warmed
a
up.
jacket. You had that option. It's a free country.
I feel like this is your fault.
All right, next bar.
Next bar. All
me.
right, I'll get back to that story later. But
Yeah.
next bar.
Wait, there's another story.
Well,
Oh yeah. It was a night.
We got
But we'll get
3 out
back
of
to that
5.
later.
3 out of 5. Here, what's the next guy?
All right, so three out of
We've
5.
only heard 2 so far.
No, we've heard 3. We have heard Black Forest. We have heard Sizzle Pie, and we have heard
We did hear
Level
that.
Up.
I'm sorry. Yeah, give us number 4.
All right, so actually, this is the number 3. Number 5, I did it completely out of order. But for
That's
those,
fine.
but for those paying attention, number 5 is Level Up.
Yes.
Number 4 is
Sizzle Pie.
Sizzle Pie.
Number 3.
Number
Coming in hot at number
coming in at number 3.
Ooh.
We have another one that we mentioned, the Shoryuken Lounge.
Oh, or as it is now known, Game Pub.
You know that.
Oh, they changed the
hurt-
name. I
that
always
hurts
thought it
me.
was called Shuriken League, but
No,
apparently it's got
uh,
a lot of names.
Wow.
I've been there since the inception of it. I was there at the beginning, as I'm sure you were as well.
Mhm.
And to hear it change to Game Pub, I'm a little sad, but I understand they gotta make it a little more accessible sounding.
The branding was awful. It was terrible. You'd be like, "Let's go to Shuriken," and they'd be like, "What the fuck is that?"
No.
Every time. No one ever knew.
No,
And
everyone.
half the people didn't know how to spell it, even though it's obviously like SHORYUKEN. Like it's just Shuriken. Like how do you not know how to spell that?
Some people say it weird, like shuriken.
Shuriken.
So maybe they think it's like a shuriken.
yeah,
You know,
but it's not. It's not about. I mean, it's about ninjas, but it's differently about ninjas.
well, it's actually not about ninjas. It's
It's not
about
what is it about?
Street
Well,
Fighter.
there are
Ninjas
ninjas
Street
in
Fighter? I
it.
thought there were ninjas in Street Fighter.
Yeah, but not in the first one or
Oh,
the second one.
is
Wait,
it-
maybe there is in the first
do
one,
they-
but
I
there
feel
isn't
like-
in the second
do
one,
they-
which is more popular.
What game do they do tournaments for? I thought they do. Isn't it Street Fighter 2? They do tournaments. They probably do.
They do tournaments mostly for Street Fighter 5, the most
Five.
recent
Oh, that makes
Street
sense.
Fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think there is any of the ninja characters in that game. I'm hard. No, there is. Ibuki is in that
Nailed it. Never
Boom.
played Street Fighter. Still nailed it.
game.
Anyway, the rebranding, I understand why they do it. And I respect it because they've come a long way. I've been there since the beginning, and it has changed for the better. They've really figured it out, and I'm proud of those guys.
Can we take a second to talk about their fucking chicken strips?
Oh, their food.
Their chicken strips are so great. Okay, like sometimes. Okay, so the deal is, it changes every night. I never know. It's like either a $5 cover or it's no cover if it's Thursday for trivia, or it's like buy a $7 drink and then you don't have to pay a cover. Whatever it is, if I'm paying a $5 cover, what I'm really doing is just paying $12 for that chicken strip basket instead of $7. Still worth it.
Oh, yeah.
If it's a $12 chicken strip basket, I don't mind paying.
No, I do believe that it is now. You buy a drink, and that's your
it,
admission.
yeah, that's
Which is a great system because they did start with a $5 entry fee, which turned a lot of people off, and they've got it really figured out. I'm
Well,
like,
their drinks are so fascinating, and they do the bar trivia that I honestly half the time I don't play any games when I come there anyways. I come for the chicken strips, like whatever their drop cocktails or their Pokemon cocktails, and then the trivia. So paying $5 to play the game seems kind of silly. So it's a really good rebrand.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so yeah, sure you could launch. I love it because I like to play the video games a lot. I don't have access to Marvel vs. Capcom 2 because they took it off the PlayStation Network, and Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is a great fighting game, even though it's kind of broke, but it's still really fun. I like to beat people up as Spider-Man. It's really fun. And then they have, Street Fighter 3, Third Strike, great game. They've got a Dungeons and Dragons beat 'em up game I didn't know existed. They got a lot of like really cool stuff there. It's really fun. And after you pay for your cover fee, you don't have to pop in quarters like Level Up. You can just have a good time doing that. And also, it's not super crowded most of the time.
No.
That people aren't really bothering you. I don't really see women get like harassed most of the time, which is cool.
No, it's nice. Like, for the most part, nerds are really respectable, and just the environment. It's very comfortable there. You're never gonna feel like you couldn't approach someone and be like, "Hey, do you want to play around a Smash Bros or anything?" Usually, people are usually down for interacting because it's a little more indirect. Because that's the crowd.
And I mean, they have pretty good policies too, because they don't have every game, but they'll absolutely let you bring your own games or your own. I think they'll let you bring your own console if they don't have it, which is fantastic. They have a nice, and Level Up has this too. They have a nice table in the back, which you can do like Cards Against Humanities or like any kind of board game at, which is cool. You can fit like 8 people on it, so that's pretty nice.
Yeah.
You say Level Up? You mean Game Pub, right?
Level Up and Shuriken League.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
They both have that option, which is I appreciate it at both bars.
Yeah.
The one thing I don't like about Shuriken League is that the music is a bit louder. It's not annoyingly loud like Sizzle Pie, but it is like irritatingly. You're like, we're all here to play games, so we really need like house music.
Hey, now that they have the music they play is amazing because a lot of bars, especially sports bars, they'll just play top 40. Level Up plays they play some sweet like underground hip hop. The guy there, Ki, he's kind of in charge of that. And then what Shoryuken has is they have some great like gamer music, and they got a good selection.
Well,
Yeah,
like
they do.
what's that? Killer Burger like always plays the greatest classic rock. It's fucking sweet. It's just like a little annoyingly loud. I'm like, this is awesome, but can you turn it down? Like,
We'll speak.
yeah, could you please? It's like I want to hear that riff. I want to hear it so loud.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So
Give it to us.
coming in at number 1.
Number
here it
one,
is.
hot off the presses. Stop the town. Calm down, Eugene.
So it's a bar that most people haven't really heard of. It's behind the Safeway on 18th. It's called the Pint Pot.
Yes, the
wait,
Pint
it's-
Pot.
It's an Irish pub that serves a wide selection of whiskey. It's a really nice, fun, calm, cool atmosphere.
That's one that used to be like the hot dog restaurant, right?
Yes, actually, yeah, I heard that.
I went there one time. It's my first ever Irish pub.
Oh wow.
Nice. Yeah, it's really fun. My best friend and I, best friend Duncan Hawks, I'm just going to throw his name in there because
Yeah.
you know what? Fuck it.
Yeah, throw it out.
yeah.
Let the world know. Like, express your love.
I do love that man, yes. But, he and I basically just go over there, have a good time, chill, catch up on stuff. You'll probably hear us talking about wildly inappropriate things if you stop by the Pint Pot, every so often. But it's a wonderful, cool bar with wonderful, cool people, and has really good garlic fries. I had a fun time just playing Cards Against Humanity with the bartender, like 3 people I didn't know, and my best friend. And it's my favorite bar. It's just so
It's
chill.
classy.
It is
It's classy. It's chill. They have a great selection of actual good and some obscure like Irish whiskey. There's one I had specifically. I forget how it's pronounced. I think it's called Islay or Islay. It's basically like a really smoky. I thought it was Scotch, but apparently it's whiskey, possibly. Oh no, it is a single malt Scotch whiskey, and it tastes like the manliest smoked old boot pirate ship Scotch you could ever have. You just drink it, and it's like this tastes like a pure campfire in a good way.
That does sound nice. I haven't tried that. I like their signature drinks where they mix some stuff together.
Oh, they make great Moscow mules too.
They do. They really do.
It sounds like that is a bar we should go to. That sounds excellent.
Yeah.
Yes, it's
Daniel?
a great bar.
For the rebuttal, are there any disagreements in that top 5 list?
Maybe Sizzle Pie, just because I believe personally it is more. It's
Cancer.
it's half. It's got strong opinions. I put it as a pizza restaurant first and a bar second.
That's fair.
Otherwise, no, I agree. Those are all solid choices. If I had any interjection, I would replace Sizzle Pie with Starlight. And
Ooh, Starlight is really nice. I like them. They're super mellow.
they make good drinks. They're nice bartenders, and they have a good selection of pool, chill. It's never too rowdy, but when it's like right in the middle of being rowdy and calm. I like it.
One of my favorites. I don't go to the bars too often, and I've only been drinking for like a year and a half, anyways. So not that it counts. I really like the Jameson. I don't know what it is. It's something about the environment feels really nice. You just get your stuff out
Yeah.
of the booth. I love that they have the fucking cushion on the bar. That's great. I would love to pass out at the Jameson.
If you can get that background, if you have a group of people and you can
Oh,
get that, you
yeah,
can get that one like
is so
lounging room.
nice.
That's the perfect sweet spot for like any part of your night for everyone to chill and figure out what to do next.
The first
That's
time I went to
fair.
the Jameson was like during Pokemon Go the first time, June 2016 or whatever. And that was awesome because all our phones were dying, and I found where the outlet was in the fucking cushion place, and I was like, oh yeah, we're gonna charge up here.
I want to say, Miles, that was a very solid top 5.
Thank you.
You had a good selection of gamer bar, barcades, dive bar, Black Forest.
Yep.
You had a classy place such as the Pint Pot.
Yeah.
Very underrated, by the way.
Yes.
I keep trying to get my friends to go there, but they're a little turned off. The name sounds like it implies like they have to wear a good tweed jacket to go in there or something. Sizzle Pie, it's kind of a nice hybrid bar.
It really
I
is.
call that.
Yeah. I mean, if I were forced to take out Sizzle Pie and just have an honorable mention,
Go for it.
it'd be Blair Alley.
Oh, yeah, that's
Also
nice.
has a lot of pinball games. If it's not too poppin' and a lot of dancing isn't going on, they also have some other games like the weird obscure Spider-Man beat 'em up that I really like.
It is good for those vintage obscure games.
I think the problem with Blair Alley and some of the other Whitaker bars, like I don't have any issue with Sam Bond's Garage. I've never been to that other one that's across the street from Sam Bond's Garage. Now I can't remember the name.
I think of it too.
Yeah, it's like right across from the park.
It's not bored, is it?
No, it's like fuck, goddamn.
Ninkasi?
The little pub, the Tiny Tavern, nailed it. Tiny Tavern.
Isn't Tiny Tavern gone? I thought it was replaced by Board.
Oh, maybe it's bored now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't been there. So.
I mean, hey, I'll be honest. I don't make it to the Whitaker enough.
That's the problem I'm getting at. There's even like a cool Japanese traditional gin bar or something I've heard about.
Izakaya Meiji. That place is really good.
I saw the article in the paper about it. I wanted to go. The problem with the Whitaker is like, if you start drinking there, you kind of have to injure. Like the problem is, especially if you're all like planning on walking home or whatever, you don't really want to walk from downtown bars all the way to Whitaker and back.
Yeah.
You often don't have someone who can drive you there and back. And so then you're in the situation of like, if I have to pick, it's gonna be downtown.
There's a shady gap between that separates Whitaker and downtown Eugene, and it's like we're gonna be one spot or the other. It's a little bit of a walk, and it's a little bit of a shady walk, especially when you're crossing over from like 6th and Blair area.
Yeah, if you're already kind of tipsy, you're like, how safe do I feel?
How do you feel about that? Like,
The distance is a little killer. That's probably why Blair Alley is a place I don't go to as much. It's just the distance in comparison to the other bars.
It's not part of Bermuda.
It's not part of Bermuda.
You got to get in that triangle.
Yep. Yes, you do. But I did have some of the most fun times dancing and getting to know people at that bar. It was really weird. Like at that bar, I had a almost there was somebody I had a crush on, and I saw that night, and then I was like, oh man, I am really not into you. Actually, I was around her for a little too long, and I was like, but nah, though. And then I just had a fun time dancing with random just groups of people. And it was David Bowie night. That's
no. See, Blair Alley is a nice place to get lost in the '80s and get kind of weird.
Oh yeah,
it's a weird joint, especially something about the lighting and just the atmosphere. It's very different, and that's actually, I mean, Whitaker is it's a different world kind of from the rest of not the rest of Eugene, but if you're over there, there's some great food trucks. You're gonna go to Ninkasi, but if you're going to Whitaker, you're gonna stay in Whitaker for the night.
That's probably true.
Dan, let's go to this segment where there's music for.
Okay.
Music in there.
Miles.
Wait, did it? Oh, hold on.
Miles is a man about town, and he. One more time, come on.
Do you want to hear it again?
Can you do it?
I could. Can I copy and paste while we're recording? Let's find out. Nailed it! Copy and paste.
There we go.
Snap.
I can just do this as many times as I want.
You can just keep hitting it like a bad soundboard.
This is my copy paste soundboard.
So this is Miles of Fun. Miles is a man about town. He knows Eugene well, and he knows how to show the ladies a good time.
Oh my god!
According to him. So we're
gonna. The ladies might disagree, but actually, some of the bars that I mentioned are fun places for certain ladies. All ladies are different. All people are different.
Yeah, sure. Some of them are 18.
Whoa.
Hey,
that's legal. It's legal. That's
legal.
It's legal. Yeah, I'm not. All right. Yeah. So I've been out with girls at Black Forest and it's been a good time. I've seen another thing about Black Forest I didn't mention, and a part that's like fun with women, is that there are music shows going on.
Oh yeah, I see they're posting Craigslist all the time. They're always
Yeah.
looking for bands.
Yeah, there was a time when I went out there and there was a band called the Ex-Boyfriends. It was their last show. I don't know what it is, but like I've been to Black Forest and twice I saw bands that I really liked. And they're like, "Yeah, it's our last show." And I was
Break
like,
it up.
"Yeah," I was like, "Why the fuck would you do this to me? Why would you do such a good set and then take it away from me? Why would you
Right.
attack me personally?"
Black Forest. I once went there for a Smash 64 tournament,
Oh.
and it was awkward because none of the nerdier like Smash players went there. It was just like basically a salty pirate crowd. So I went in and it was like people were giving each other the stink eye, getting ready to play Smash Bros. And I'm like, wow, I feel like we're playing for like teeth at this
Ooh.
Smash game. I don't remember much of it. I know it didn't do well because despite their gritty appearance, they were really good
They were
at.
like excellent Smash.
They were
You
amazing.
Judged them by their cover.
I did. I judged them by their cover.
Yeah, you can't do that with Smash players.
So-
So another metagame, bro.
Yeah.
A metagame. So you would take a lady to Black Forest
Some ladies.
in
Yes.
a date night scenario or what?
Yeah, maybe like I mean, it depends on the girl. I like to like I think if it's a blind date, probably not.
No.
But if I know that the girl's like into certain types of like kind of like music that they might provide, or they really like going out to karaoke night, kind of takes the pressure off. Like you can like still have a fun time drinking and stuff. Plenty of my friends still go out to Black Forest, so I look like slightly cooler ish.
There you
Right,
go.
'cause everyone knows you, and you act like the whole town knows you.
Oh yeah, you're like, hey, what's up?
The
Yeah.
bartenders are like, "What's going on, Miles?" The usual, and you're like, "Yeah."
Actually, they do know my usual. It is Kahlua and cream. Yeah, full circle. But yeah, Black Forest I do take girls out to. Oddly enough, outside of bars, I mean, this place does serve alcohol, but I have had a good time with like female friends in general. Met people there. Funnigan Games is actually a place.
Oh,
I've had-
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they sell beers there. They got
So-
that pizza. I've heard terrible things about the pizza. I've never tried.
They themselves don't have the pizza. They get it from somewhere else.
Right, it's Big City Gaming has the pizza restaurant there. So
Yep,
they deliver.
yep.
You can get it while you're at Funnigan, as far as I understand.
Yeah, actually, I had Domino's delivered to me one time
Oh,
while I
nice.
was at Funny. Yeah, it was.
I've had Papa John's delivered to Level Up twice. They are so cool about that. They do
Nice.
not care. Yeah,
There
they're
you
like
go.
fucking come back to the corner where you'll know.
But yeah, Funnigan has like a really nice atmosphere, so you can have a fun time playing board games with someone without like the intention being like, hey, maybe we'll bone because it's like at your place, or even if you're at
Right.
a party and it's like kind of intimidating for her to like meet all of your friends, it's less intimidating even if you are introducing her to some of your friends because you're at like a public location.
Mhm.
It's chill, it's nice, it's got a cool back room.
There's no implication.
There's no implication, and you can still sip on some alcohol. It's
Yes.
nice.
Which is tricky because certainly if you take someone to addictive behaviors, there's a lot of implication.
Oh, really?
No. Yeah. What's up, girl? You want to see me play some Magic?
Yeah.
Like I want to fucking crush him. That's what I'm doing to your pussy later. Like just so you know.
You know, we're gonna have to rank the board game shops later.
Oh,
I'm
snap, crackle, and pop.
Yeah, Eugene has at least 3 or 4 really
Hey,
popular
you know
ones.
who have been putting themselves on the map? God, now I can't remember the name. The comic book shop in Smith Family Books.
Emerald
Is
City
that
Gaming.
Yeah.
Or Nostalgia Collectibles.
They've started buying Magic cards. They've gotten, Adam. What's up, Adam? How you doing? He's gotten really. He's put himself out there. He's really making a scene for the. They're not really into board games, I would say, but they're as Magic shops go, they're doing great. So
Yeah.
I'm proud of you, Adam. You're doing great. Keep it up.
Wait. Do you mean the?
There's two.
There are two that
there's
are both in Smith families.
They
Yeah.
both have comic shops. They're owned by the same people, and they have different names. That's why I didn't know. Emerald is one of them. Something is the other one.
Nostalgia Collectibles.
Nostalgia Collectibles is the one I'm thinking of.
Okay.
They're owned by the same people, as far as I know.
Yeah, they're both great. Actually, I've been to Emerald City Comics and Nostalgia Collectibles since I was about 12, since I moved to Eugene.
I think Emerald had Pokemon cards and Magic cards for as long as I can remember, and Nostalgia just recently got into Pokemon, got into Magic. I don't think they have Pokemon.
What I actually found with Emerald City Comics and Nostalgia Collectibles, I mean, as the name suggests, Emerald City is kind of better with comics, Nostalgia is kind of better with collectibles. But anyway, off topic, places to take a lady. Comic book stores usually aren't them.
No, ideally not.
Don't show her the like $300 Wolverine figurine that you're like
That you don't want to buy, but you want to look at
You're like-
once every
you're like-
5 weeks.
Yeah.
This just goes to show the crowd we're in right now because we're talking about dating ideas, and then we're like, you know what's really fun again? Oh, they have a great game selection.
Okay, one time,
No,
and I'm not gonna attack the guy directly. I don't mean to be rude.
Please
here.
do it. Just do it.
So I went into Fun Again. This is like one of the first times I ever went into Fun Again. And I was just looking because I'd never seen them before. I was looking at one of the train games, the board games about trains, and one of the employees came up to me and started talking to me about it for like 20 minutes. He was obsessed. He loves train games. It was crazy. He got really into it. Like,
was it like Ticket to Ride, a Euro game or something?
Yeah, it was like that kind of stuff. But these were all about trains, though. They were not just Euro games, specifically the train subgenre. I don't remember the names of any of them. I think Ticket to Ride might have been one, but they were just like some of them were like crazy complicated, and I was like, "Fuck, dude, I didn't even know these games existed a second ago."
Did he have hair?
No.
Oh no, no! I was
know
gonna
which
say,
one you're talking about.
Yeah.
Miles and I were eyeing each other about because I think it's the same guy.
He's the
I
one.
lovingly refer to him as the board game Nazi, kind of like the soup Nazi, because he is. I mean, he kind of expects you to have an understanding of board games, and if you don't, and I don't take offense because I'm a novice. I'm like a mid-core gamer when it comes to board games, and he can kind of tell that, and it's a little bit like I'm just getting King of Tokyo. I'm not getting Lords of Waterdeep. and you know what? I respect the guy because it's like, hey, I'm not at the high level. That's just how it is. He's a nice guy, but he tells it like it is, and I like.
He's very direct. I mean, see, I'm actually like kind of friends with that dude. I mean, I buddy up with a lot of people, but I have gone there just to like have interesting discussions with him. But I am so crazy into role playing games that he's like, yeah, so what are you into? And I'm like, oh, I'm into like all these role playing games, and I know like way more about his role playing game section than he does. And he's like, cool.
Oh, snap. So he respects you.
Yes.
He doesn't respect me, but I'm okay with that. Him and I, I've been in there enough that we have an understanding, and I'm like, I'm just gonna get my Cards Against Humanity expansion and get out. And you're a good man, and I'm a lowly gamer, but I respect you, and you have a great selection at the shop, sir. Thank you very much.
Nice.
Well, I'll tell you what. We should absolutely talk about role-playing games on the next podcast we do with Miles. We are hitting about 46 minutes here, so here's what I'm going to say.
Okay.
All right.
Let's wrap it up. Give me you have a Twitter, right? I've heard there's
yes.
some kind of Twitter situation that you do, and it might be funny or comical. Can we get some of your tweets? Can we give us a little backstory here?
A quick backstory. My friends and I say terrible things, as most friends do.
Mm-hmm.
These quotes, everybody's getting a treat tonight. I'm busting them out in public for the first time. These quotes were so bad that I did not want them associated with myself. I did not want them associated with my friends. Mm-hmm. Okay, the internet's gotten considerably worse since after I started this.
Yeah.
I don't want to raise anybody's expectations, but for me personally, I don't want people to know that I say these things. But now I kind of just don't give a fuck.
We're just gonna say it.
Yeah, we're just gonna say
we
it.
haven't said your last name yet.
Miles Simon.
Okay, now you know.
And it's all spelled like it sounds.
Yep.
That's all we need to say.
You can find me. I am not hard to find. I am not the Canadian basketball player that might pop up though.
Okay, so keep that in mind. If you find a Canadian basketball player, different guy.
Yeah, although you look very Canadian.
Yeah. Actually, I look a lot like the Canadian basketball player guy. It's weird. Anyway,
He's stealing your identity.
I could be him from the future. Or from the past. He's me from the future.
That's fantastic. I run into me from the future all the time.
Ooh.
I mean, he doesn't know it yet.
Ooh.
Yeah, well,
Oh.
you know.
Is he an old German guy who hates loud music?
He just cares about his hearing. Jesus, come on.
All right, so we have code names for different people who are my friends. But we're going to start it off from a quote from October 2nd, 2012.
I thought that was the code name for a second. October.
Oh,
2nd.
no. This man is vanilla. But the first quote is, "We all know fat girls don't get into heaven." Ooh.
End sentence?
End sentence.
Oh, man.
Right after that. You
Mad
think
respect.
it's the only way he'll make fun of overweight women, but he doesn't. He says even worse things.
Vicious.
He says fat girls don't deserve paternal love.
Oh my god.
At one point, this was one of the people. I don't have a code name here because I don't remember who it was, I guess. But it says, "I love watching track girls run. I just wish they weren't running away." Ooh, this one's really weird. Why do you wrap a hamster in duct tape? So it don't burst when you fuck it. Why would someone say that?
This is getting pretty. We're going down a dark road here.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Give it to us. Yeah, give us hard. You know.
Uh,
hamster.
Oh, here we go. This one's a topical quote. I don't know why I put it. I should have put this on Facebook,
Oh.
but I guess I wasn't as into politics as I am now. I guess Trump kind of changed me a little bit. But Trump, fuck Trump is what I mean. Fuck Trump, and that's why I'm more into politics.
Really? Because I think everyone in Eugene loves Trump.
Yeah.
Seems...
Oh yeah.
I didn't know you had an opinion that differed from ours politically.
Oh,
It's intense.
right? No.
Wow.
So anyway,
It's getting real in here.
so
Oh, shit.
I should tell the audience, by the way, because they don't actually know. We haven't mentioned it yet.
Mm.
It is 100 degrees in Eugene today. It was 102. We had the air conditioner on before we started. Turned it off to do this. We're all sweating.
Oh,
like
it's bad.
Actual bull. It's gross in here.
yeah, it's bad.
Yeah. Like
But-
you thought last episode with the sweat rags was bad. This is worse.
Okay, here we go. So topical. This is whenever Mitt Romney was trying to be president. It's one person saying, "The fuck is the Paul Ryan workout where you just jerk off 2 corporate dicks?" And another person saying, "It's an all-protein diet."
It's true. Also, I thought it was where they say when Mitt Romney was trying to be president.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so funny.
It is. Ooh, we all know homosexual women can't do anything. That's. I'm pretty sure that was meant to be ironic.
Wait,
That's
but-
what that means.
That's the whole sentence?
yeah, that's
Can't
it.
do anything.
Yeah, a lot of these are without context, so I don't even remember what the context is anymore. Here we go.
Very
Make your own context at
controversial.
home.
Yeah, make yeah.
Hey, send us, you know what? Send us your emails at momentsagostudios@gmail.com.
Just do anything. If you want to hate speech us, whatever. Just be mad at us. Hate
Yeah.
us.
Yep. This by the way is at can't say quotes. If you would like to hate mail this.
Yeah. Retweet it. At can't say quotes.
Yeah.
You couldn't even say that.
I can't
At-
say quotes.
Yeah,
Can't say-
I
can't say
can't say quotes. Here we go. His face is like Hurricane Sandy, dude. All kinds of fucked up, with a hint of New Jersey. Man, these are some old school references.
These are some very.
That's a solid diss.
Yeah. Ooh, this one's weird. Only a white boy would turn to cannibalism.
Yeah, like that's a solid Dahmer. You know, that's all I gotta say on that. And
Yeah.
that's all I got to
definitely
say.
considered it.
All right, let's wrap it up with one final your piece de resistance for tonight,
The best one.
Oh.
And then we have one final segment, and then we're done.
and then we're.
Oh, here we go. This
Here it is.
one, I'll just go with this one. It's a favorite of mine. Maybe you'll like it. Maybe you won't.
Shove it in there.
I was kind of hoping you were a girl. Well, a girl I'd want to bang.
There we go. Miles is a ladies' man. He doesn't. He does not judge. He's accepting
Yeah.
to all.
Look, he just knows who gets into heaven. That's fine.
Oh,
Yeah.
gee. That in fairness, that quote was not me.
No.
You said
was-
it on
Can't,
air.
it was
I
can't say what?
Can't say quotes.
Can't say quotes. And I can't say quotes either, obviously.
And if you would like to keep up with the studio, at Lars in the Studio on Instagram is where I kind of post pictures on Instagram.
Mhm.
Usually the links, the SoundCloud is soundcloud.com/momentsagostudios. Of course, momentsagostudios@gmail.com. We have whatupeugene.tumblr.com. That's where we're posting stuff about what we post on this. And then the peer-reviewed beerreview.tumblr.com. Actually, it says one account and it has both Tumblrs. It's great. You can have more than one blog on one account.
It's so convenient and confusing when you post something.
Oh my god!
I'll be sure-
imagine you're doing all the posting.
I'll be sure to cross-link those so they
Yeah,
can.
by the way, get all 10 dead Game of Thrones characters. Like I need you to.
Oh,
I want
God.
you to have 2 outlines of dead ones that like you can clearly tell who they are, even though they're shaded out.
You know, it's been so ruined for me. That's why I haven't watched it yet. I'm gonna wait till the series is over and then I'm gonna get on board.
Honestly, I've been thinking about it. The books, if they get finished.
Right. Which
I-
I heard 2018, but I don't believe it.
Yeah, I don't believe they'll ever get finished. I'm pretty sure George R. R. Martin will live to be 1,000 and not finish them.
That's fantastic. Good for him.
All right.
I'm gonna have to do so
he's,
many.
gonna, he's gonna like start getting really fit. He's gonna get like a gastric bypass. He's just gonna be like, nah, I'm not really writing though.
Yeah, get fucked.
So many hashtag Game of Thrones in this
this,
SoundCloud
yeah.
and Tumblr.
But yeah, one last plug for myself. The Miles Simon, if you want to find me and say any hate mail towards me about the terrible things that my friends and I have quoted.
Well,
on Can't
here's
Say
what
Quotes.
you should do. Go on Twitter. Go at the Miles Simon. Then go at can't say quotes.
Can't say quotes.
Can't say
yes.
quotes, and you just kind of like let all his friends who follow him know that he has this other Twitter where he's trashing them. Like kind of just bring that to light.
We're gonna start a witch hunt right here.
Yeah.
Oh, please.
Witch hunt Miles.
Hashtag Witch Hunt Miles.
Speaking of, this is unrelated at all. Dan, you brought some cards. I guess this is how we end our episodes. Let's play with some cards.
So we're gonna end it. We're gonna draw 3 cards from the I've Never.
Okay.
We're gonna answer them,
No.
and you can either
Who knows? I think you raise your hand if you've done it.
we
I'm
raise our
kinda
hand.
confused.
We keep it a little private here. So we're gonna start off with number 1.
Give it to me.
And you raise your hand if you have.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
I've never bought edible underwear.
Uh-huh.
All right.
So
Okay.
that is how the room feels about that topic.
How everyone feels about that. Should we spoil that one? That's a tame card.
Yeah,
Sure,
no one
yeah.
bought it.
No one-
bought it.
Yeah.
There were zero buys.
Number 2, I've never had sex in another country.
This is,
I haven't been to another country, so
Oh wow,
I think I
okay.
went to
Yeah.
the Bahamas, but I was like 10.
It'd be no for me as well.
Yeah, it's gonna be a hard.
it's gonna be a
pass.
no from me, dog.
Oh my god.
We only tell everyone if it's a no, so we don't come off with. And then finally, we're wrapping it up with I've never flashed my tits in public, which I think, gents, we're gonna have to.
Yeah, I've done that a lot.
I've
I'd
done
say
it
that.
multiple times. Yeah.
That is whatever you call it. Everyone's done it.
Yeah. Who hasn't flashed
It's
up
a
in public?
unanimous
I'm not
tit
even-
flashing.
I'm not
Unanimous.
even
That's
wearing
the
a
word.
bra right now.
You're the
Oh,
words man,
yeah.
and Miles is a writer, and be sure to look out for links for his books and everything else. What are you? You're at the Miles Simon.
At the Miles Simon, yes.
And also can't say quotes. Get both of them. Tag
Also
them
can't
both
say
in the same
quotes?
post.
Oh yeah.
I'll just include a link for my
Yeah, give it to us.
Instagram in the Tumblr. I'm good on that.
And moments. That's all, folks. Studio moments. Go. Studio moments.